what better way to appreciate the knowledge bestowed on you by your teachers? When looking back at your alma mater, you get nothing but joy of being an alumni of the school. Now we are talking about the prestigious University of Ibadan UI, which became full-fledged in 1962. Members of the University of Ibadan Alumni Association Lagos branch came together to have a discourse themed Nigeria's economic recovery post-COVID-19. Given the Nigeria's economy has gone down after the COVID-19 period, it was a convergence of scholars in the economic sector. The second stanza of the national anthem, being structured as a form of prayer, was used as the opening prayer of the event, accompanied by the first stanza of the national anthem.
O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right.
In the welcome address said by the chairman, University of Ibadan Alumni Association Lagos branch, Mr. Dauda Salau Folaranmi, it thanked everyone for making out time through their busy schedule to be at the seminar. Welcoming everyone proper, he used the opportunity to invite the chairman of the day, Dr. Diron Faribe, to give the opening address.
Greatest rights in the house, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you specially on behalf of the University of Ibadan Alumni Association to this occasion, thanking God for saving our lives from the cold hands of COVID-19 pandemic. When I was awarded the special prize of the youngest alumni member of UIA Lagos 30 years ago in September 1991, as a youth corper, little did I know that the leaders of the association were preparing me to face the horrendous task of piloting the affairs of this association in a difficult period of COVID-19 pandemic. I took over the challenge in February 2020, shortly before the national COVID-19 lockdown. Though the COVID-19 period was devastating to the country and Nigerians as a whole, yet we were able to survive through the adaptation to the new normal and procedures. As the first university alumni body in Nigeria, it is our duty to not only assist our alma mater in maintaining its envious position in the academic circle, to assist our members through the spirit of love, but to assist the country in molding opinions that could engender the progressive development of the government.
There's absolutely no doubt that we had a serious issue on our hand. That's the post-economic recovery of our nation as a result of COVID-19. Apart from the cases of death that we witnessed among us, I was looking at some papers yesterday in Nigeria, and we are blessed in a way because when we look at what is happening in other parts of the world with respect to COVID-19, I would say that we were not as devastated as many other countries. Statistics has it that in the world, we had about 5.1 million cases of COVID, while we had 2.59 million people who died as a result of COVID-19. In Africa, we have cases of 222,276 as of 2 days ago, and we had about 89,000 deaths resulting from COVID. In Nigeria, we had 213 cases of COVID as of yesterday, and we had 2,274 deaths. But we could still say that we were blessed compared to some other countries.
After that, they were humbly invited to the podium one at a time to share their knowledge and thoughts about the topic, Nigeria's economic recovery post-COVID-19, starting with the lead discussant, Dr. Ayo Teriba.
I would want to dwell on two issues really. One issue is the economic effects of COVID beyond the human costs of morbidity and mortality. And the second issue is the issue of recovery, Nigeria's economic recovery, that has very little to do with COVID. So I will be emphasizing that recovery aspect, but I want to dismiss the economic effect of COVID before I then come to that. COVID is a global pandemic that broke out last year and is probably most likely to fade out next year. It might already be on its way out, with the vaccines and the rest of it. We've had 3 waves, 4 waves, whatever other waves. COVID is a false alarm. Is a temporary problem. It has come, it will go. So you don't accord it any more importance in our life or in our economic narratives than you will accord a tsunami. If you lived in a country that was prone to a tsunami will, in a matter of days, wreak more havoc than COVID has wreaked. Or storms in countries that are prone to storms. And we've seen flooding, So nobody begins to use storms or tsunamis, or flood to delineate their economic progress. It's like an outbreak of the war. However severe the war is, it will have a starting date and it will have an ending. We had the Civil War. And by the way, the Civil War probably consumed, millions of Nigerians. But it started and it stopped. It was a temporary problem. Okay. And so we should learn, when we are thinking about the economy, to treat bygones as bygones. I wouldn't be talking this way if COVID, as temporary as it is, was capable of leaving any significant permanent consequence. Then we'll be saying that new realities after COVID. COVID is temporary. More or less all of its effects, both the direct human effects and the indirect economic ripples, depressing oil price or commodity prices, obstructing global trade, social distancing, collapse of financial markets, name it, economic recession and so on. Soon after COVID itself gets out of the door, those other consequences, sooner or later, would also do what? Come in fast. And we economists, like, business people, like treat bygones as what? As bygones. So bygones are bygones.
A university that cultured a great number of Nigerian movers and shakers, regardless of their tribe and religion. We are product of an institution that has trained great minds. Making a choice to consider the new world created by COVID-19 and navigating its uses, and navigating its sea of challenges with a view of finding new workable policies and strategies to rebuild our nation is indeed a key issue in the University of Ibadan, and its products should engage in. Therefore, this is highly commendable.
Meanwhile, the next discussant, Mr. Are Odeshile Fatai, left us with a question to ponder on. Why focus so much on commodity exports?
What Doctor said is the truth. Before COVID, and even now that we hope that COVID is gone, is the MSMEs, the cottage industries. A lot of these companies that we cite in China and India, when you get there, you see that most of them start more like a backyard, one or two family businesses. And today they are doing tremendously well, which is the area that COVID really dealt with us in Nigeria. A lot of the industry that we cite as closed down were industries that belong to the MSME sector, the cottage industries, which today is still struggling to recover. A husband and wife set up a small business, but because of COVID, survival became an issue. And the policy of our government is also something that had nothing to do with the COVID. Before COVID, during and after COVID, there has not been any supportive infrastructure for particularly cottage industry. Is it from power point of view? Is it from security point of view? Today, apart from the state of our roads, security is an issue when you want to go anywhere. Some of us are about to decline a lot of invitations up country because you first of all ask yourself, are you sure you will come back?
During the spur of the moment, gifts were presented to the discussants, and the chairman of the day, Dr. Jerome Faribe, he couldn't contain his excitement and surprise. He had to let them out by giving a speech, thanking and praying for the UI Alumni Association, which was wrapped up with the closing remarks said by the chairman of the day.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your contribution. The at least discussant, Dr. Ayo Teriba, like I said before, I didn't expect anything less from him. So you exceeded our expectations. And the Are, who is here, you know, he has demonstrated his knowledge of the Nigerian economy with his brilliant contribution. And of course, our dear lady, who came to represent the the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency. Please convey our appreciation for not forgetting that we invited him to this occasion and sent you as his worthy representative. So we thank him very much. Please convey our gratitude and appreciation to him and to your good self.
In the vote of thanks said by the chairman, planning committee.
Thank you for coming, and we expect more responses next time.
The interaction with the guests and lecturers served as feedback from the timely topic.
Across different strata, you don't have to be a single focus resource. So for me, I think it compels a deeper self-assessment, a look at our process, how we, tailor our economy, and how we reward people, the reward system, as well as how we value our security, and most importantly, how we organize ourselves, what we focus, and what kind of sheet we should have in our traditional way of thinking.
I'm happy that the program has been successful. The attendance has been good, and our discussants have done very well. They have been able to put across to Nigeria what we can do to help us recover from the COVID-19 pandemic.
One of the discussants, Dr. Teriba, he is of the opinion that we should change our mindset from technology to innovation. And I personally feel that our education curriculum as well should have a review.
We need to focus on how to develop technologically, develop our economy, pursuing the technical means. So we need to do away with what I call financial wastage, doing things. So now we do something that can, like a knowledge driving technology.
Well, it's been very interesting, you know, as every other event planning. But it's been great that we're able to put this together, even the thought process and getting the theme of the roundtable and the caliber of the discussants.
We congratulate the University of Ibadan Alumni Association Lagos branch.